The monsters in Renault Vitality look to continue subjugating everybody else in Europe. TSM next on their list. Can they be the team that finally ends this streak that Renault Vitality are on, James?
I don't know. You know, if there's any team to stand up to them, is TSM the one? You know, I don't know. I haven't been incredibly convinced by TSM. I think they got the win earlier, but it was not as impressive a win as Vitality has been playing. The last time Vitality played Barcelona, they dismantled them. So, you know, it's just going to be a question at the top of our minds. We'll find out.
And for TSM, we talk about how good this defense can be and how good they are at making saves. We saw them do that last week as well. It's going to be something that will be a continuing struggle. We saw Scrub and Ferry hit some of the passes that they did earlier today. That kind of defense, it's going to be tough to keep that up. They're going to have to find ways to break out. And I think the desk hit it, James, for me at least. It comes to iIgnite. Can iIgnite be a force like he was earlier today? Can he be the striker that TSM need to match Vitality? We're underway in game number 1 of our final set of the day. And K-Dop scores the first goal 7 seconds in off the miss. Just how it starts.
K-Dop just turning on this ball, getting a strong hit. And you can see there, Remco just whiffing and going to take a look. He had plenty of boost in the tank to make the save. So just not the greatest start for TSM.
That is exactly what you did not want to happen. Off the whiff, Vitality take it. Fairy Peak flipping it over to Scrub kill of Vitality. A highlight reel of a team. They continue on. 13 seconds, 2 goals.
Look at this, Scrub just waiting in the wings. Fairy with the pass right to him. Oh my, that was just brutal.
Again, the passing by Vitality. They're going to test TSM every step of the way. TSM haven't even gotten a chance to get on the field.
Well, I mean, just looking at the record, 12 game wins, just 1 game lost. The only team that took off a game off of Vitality and 4 series was PSG. The level of domination that we've seen from Vitality has just been mind-boggling.
They've just eclipsed every expectation that we had for them coming into this season. We had question marks. We had, can this team of stars on paper, can they form together into this cohesive unit? And they've answered time.
Is K-Dop the answer?
And again.
Yes.
Yes, he is. K-Dop, another challenge in the corner. And Remco fighting him off for the boost and the ball. Metzenaris finally TSM break out to the orange half. Scrub killer though. He's got the touch and he's going to carry it almost past iIgnite. iIgnite able to get there. Remco back to iIgnite. Looking for Metzenaris. It's challenged. Remco picking this up in the corner. It's a good continuation by TSM. Remco pulling off, trying to bite, trying to get Scrub to bite. And he doesn't. K-Dop with the clear. And iIgnite tried to slow it down, but ended up giving away the ball to K-Dop on the play, thinking maybe K-Dop was going to come in on that, wanting to make him miss on it. Didn't work that time, but TSM do get possession. Metzenaris back over to iIgnite. They're working their way towards the box, James, but they still haven't registered a shot on net.
Yeah, it has been a rough start for TSM, to say the least. Like you said, no shots on net so far. That one not even registering as a shot. And you know, and like you also said, iIgnite was so key in the earlier series victory against Barcelona. He just had to step up. And Metzenaris, his defense was great, but the defense for TSM has not been fantastic. Vitality just off to a hot start.
Trying to force the issue in the corner, Remco. He picks it up in midfield, but on the back end, a demo opens things up. Fairy Peak K-Dop says, get out of my way! And Remco picks up the save. Thought maybe for a second he'd just be able to flip it right by after the bump halfway through. Vitality, no signs of slowing down.
Yeah, that play right there, again, a very solid play. You saw the bump attempt and then the shot from K-Dop. And we've seen, you know, 2 players in very close proximity for Vitality. They find a way to make it work. They did in the second goal. They almost did there.
And the pass out to iIgnite, not going to happen. It was broken up. A pass out from iIgnite to Metzenaris. He wanted iIgnite again, but iIgnite was already on his way to the ground, and so Vitality head back to the blue half. Metzenaris able to find iIgnite. They boom it back downfield. Remco, the demo in midfield, gives him the ball, but too high. And Fairy Peak able to take control. Metzanares can't clear it out. Scrub Killer. iGnite right there to play it away from him. He bumps into Metzanares on the play. And K-Dop takes control in the corner. So that's the second time Metzanares and iGnite gotten tied up on that side of the field, trying to force any sort of opportunity or chance. They just haven't been able to do it. A minute 30 remaining. They've registered 2 shots on net. Granted, you know, Vitality have only gotten 3 registered shots on net. The difference is they scored on 2 of them.
But even there, you know, in the final third, TSM's attack seems to die. Even Metzanares trying to go for a dribble play there, just couldn't find it. Now a net wide open. Fairy Peak, you know, how can I help close this game out? Vitality just doing a great job, and that play set up by the 50-50 win by Scrub Killa. And then Scrub Killa, I don't know if he was trying to steal it there and go for the bump on Remco, but Vitality, they're just dominating this game, setting the pace, and the TSM attack just breaking down right in the final third.
And Scrub Killa, off that 50-50, he's been making these kind of challenges all season long and setting up his team for success and also scoring goals of his own, especially referencing earlier today. Scrub has just been fantastic. I mean, this whole team, iGnite trying to force his way towards the box, but it's knocked away again. Metzanares, the touchdown. iGnite finds it high off the backboard, straight back out. Remco's shot just above the crossbar. Metzanares tries to get in time. He can't do it. Vitality retain a more than comfortable 3-goal lead with 35 seconds left and just have not sweat a single bead, James.
And you're absolutely right. And Scrub reading this off the crossbar bounce, taking another look at it. Scrub, look at this play. He gets the crossbar bounce and just reads it perfectly to put it in.
You're not Scrub. Nothing more you can say about it.
Scrub is one of those players where there was so much hype around him coming in. He was, you know, the child prodigy. We've known about him since the previous game. Supersonic Acrobatic Rocket Powered Battle Cars, had to say it.
Nailed it.
But Scrub, you know, he has been playing this game since he was in diapers, basically, and expectations at an all-time high when he came into the RLCS, and Vitality, a big disappointment. And now iGnite is able to get one, but it's not going to be enough. But
I mean, you're totally right though. Scrub Killa comes in, doesn't have the performing season he was looking for with Vitality, picks up K-Dop, and even then, you know, they continue to struggle, and it wasn't until this season,
until the RLCS. You're right.
Or even DreamHack Leipzig, they looked like they were finally starting to come into form, but it really wasn't until the RLCS where this kind of dominating performance, it's something we came to expect for a while from Dignitas.
Yes.
And then Dignitas loses K-Dop, and K-Dop just takes the force with him.
Yeah, but Scrub Killa, you know, he really has just had such a good season. Multiple incredible plays by him. He's a rock in the back, but he also, you know, he has a complete toolkit. And really, Vitality is just such an intimidating team when anyone on that team can just go insane. But Renault Vitality, I think if you can encapsulate their season so far, that, you know, they're living up to the hype. They're finally putting out on the field what they should have been if you look at what they have on paper.
And even when, you said it earlier in the game, at times when they're close together, they make it work. The very first goal Vitality scored with Fairy Peak's pass just
that was
to the
second
right.
goal.
Or the second goal, excuse me. They scored so many.
Happened so fast.
You're right.
And there were so many. But yes, that was, you know, just a situation where those teammates, you know, they're just in lockstep. They know what each other's going to do. They're communicating well, and they're making the plays. And Vitality, they still, you know, in the game record for them, 13 wins, 1 loss. Obviously, they're 4-0 on the season so far, but they've only dropped 1 game so far in league play. So they are just still ripping and tearing through the competition.
And again, for TSM, it was really a struggle to get anything going in midfield. Even when they did have space to utilize in midfield, the one that really screams out to me is Remco. He picks up the demo in midfield. He wants to look over, cross the pitch to iGnite. He just completely overshoots him, and Fairy Peak takes advantage. Just one example of many that happened in that game that Vitality took advantage of. They have to find a way, and it just doesn't stop. K-Dop picks up another goal. Vitality can't be beat.
Well, you know why it doesn't stop is because you can't stop K-Dop. It's simple. K-Dop 3 seconds in, getting the first goal for Vitality, much like the first game where we saw Remco miss his save opportunity. Vitality getting on the board very early. And, you know, you really just can't
let them get away with that.
But they keep
already
getting away
good enough. They're already good enough. Stop giving them goals in the first 3 seconds.
Scrub Killer takes this one out to the corner. Mets there to challenge. Remco as well. iGnite quickly there. Off the corner, K-Dop and Scrub Killer combine their powers to get it back to midfield. TSM keep control.
The fusion clear.
Doesn't work every time. They try again. That one off the crossbar. This time it does work. Why not? Metanaris picks up the goal, ties the game for TSM.
And this is exactly what TSM needed. We see another team pinch here, that working out wonderfully. K-Dop with the misread, and then the bounce shot by Metanaris. So that was, you know, a good utilization of the pinch there, that time by TSM.
And you feel like you have to go to that route against Vitality. It feels impossible to score against this team because they just keep coming, they keep scoring. Even if TSM are able to take the lead here, you feel like they might have to score 3 more just to keep Vitality at bay. But Fairy Peak, a hanging ball just inside the attacking third. iGnite couldn't get a flip out.
And that was almost a goal right there. Another failed flick opportunity for TSM.
K-Dop picks this up from the third. Tries to flip under Remco, successful in that endeavor, but iGnite, Metanaris, they're able to get it back out to Vitality territory. Fairy Peak keeps it close, makes iGnite miss. And Remco back out to the side. He just has to retreat. Has to have Metanaris try to make a touch out. Vitality, Scrub Killer, another challenge. Flying in his Fairy Peak. Shot on, and Remco picks up the save off the crossbar.
But that entire attack started with Fairy Peak doing such a solid defensive job in the corner, controlling the ball, putting it up the wall, taking defenders out of the game, and then clearing it upfield.
Fairy Peak again, met by iGnite. It's already much better for TSM early. 5 shots registered in the first 2 minutes. Another shot there blocked by Fairy Peak, and over to Scrub Killer. Fairy Peak up for this quickly on the challenge from Metanaris. Remco gonna have some time after iGnite gets the demo onto K-Dop, which slowed things down plenty for TSM to break out. Can they do something with it here? Picking it up, iGnite, shot blocked by Fairy Peak. Metanaris quick to the corner. Remco following closely. Shot blocked by Fairy Peak. And Vitality hang on, keep the game tied. Pass for TSM to keep possession. iGnite buying some time for TSM to retool.
But that was well done by this TSM attack. Remco getting a strong shot towards net. I've been looking for Remco to step up. I thought he was pretty quiet in their first series of the day. He has had a quiet start so far, but that was a good shot turned aside by Fairy.
K-Dop close to this. iGnite, not sure how to attack on that. Tried to side flip back to it, couldn't do it. He does pick up the ball. Metanaris losing to Fairy Peak in midfield, but it's a net positive for TSM. A demo almost causes Scrub Killer to own goal, but it hits back off the posts. Fairy Peak up against Remco. TSM have hung on in this tie, or it's Vitality, sorry, hanging on off the assault from TSM, who put a lot of shots on.
And you also you can't forget how the series played out. Oh, I thought iGnite had a chance there. Now a 1v1. But a good job by Metza, but TSM in their first series, they lost 8-2 against Barcelona before turning it around. So, you know, they're no stranger to losing game 1 pretty badly and bringing the series back.
They just have to find the net. Remco booms it down over to iGnite. Back to the corner, Scrub Killer. K-Dop just missing the ball by a pixel. Remco, he gets over Fairy Peak. Much more stable from TSM, but the pass to K-Dop, as soon as I say it, Vitality score. They take advantage late in game number 3.
This was a world-class pass off the ceiling. Scrub Killer connecting with K-Dop. Scrub Killer continuing his excellent play. That was quite the pass, Jorby.
And it is game number 2 with a minute left. A great pass for Vitality. TSM. It took him a while.
And Gibbs said it, you know, Vitality makes these plays and they make it look easy. You know, timing, you know, your hit and your trajectory on the ball to make a ceiling pass right to your teammate look that effortless, it really is just incredible. Scrub Killer is playing at the next level.
Metanaris picking this up. He's got iIgnite. iIgnite trying to follow closely to it, trying to force the issue, but it gives Scrub the ball for a second. They do boom it away. Vitality, they found the gap. But headed back to midfield. Scrubkilla picks this up. Fighting against iIgnite. Up high again is K-Dop. The shot blocked by Metzenaris. 10 seconds left for TSM. From midfield, Remco could not get back to the ball. iIgnite to Vitality's corner. Met by a boomer from Scrubkilla. And hanging across the box, Remco trying to keep it in the air. No TSM player in sight. Vitality take a 2-game lead and look to sweep TSM.
You know, it really is just, it's jaw-dropping to see how consistent Vitality has been so far this season, how good they're playing. Scrubkilla and K-Dop both connecting for the goals in this matchup. And that last play, the ceiling pass from Scrub. You know, when he's up on the ceiling like that, what's he going to do? Does he have enough boost to go for a flip reset? Maybe, you know, a flip reset to double tap, or just, you know, a ceiling shot that's delayed. He had so many options there, and he pinpointed K-Dop and was able to make that play happen. So
it's not even the first time today he did that. He hit a ceiling pass to K-Dop earlier today too. So it's just, like you said, the consistency is really incredible from Vitality. And they are such, when they hit passes like that, they are so fun to watch as a team because it really does feel like no one can stop them. TSM, while the game was tied for the majority of the game, they still couldn't find any room against Vitality. Even when they did get a shot on net, it was trying to force it in between the top of the net and the crossbar, trying to force a bad touch out of Vitality, trying to just find a single gap in the net. They just couldn't.
Yeah,
they found it one time.
There wasn't much space. You know, even the few good shots that they had were just well defended by Vitality. And, you know, the one goal that they got was because of a team pinch that K-Dop missed the read on. So very few mistakes out of Vitality. And it feels like nobody can beat Vitality because pretty much nobody can beat Vitality. One game. PSG has taken one game off of them. That is it.
And so, Vitality, can they get another sweep under their belts?
And I mean, that pretty much guarantees top 2. So, you know, it's a... Vitality's just so hot.
Fairy Peak wins a challenge. Metzenaris is able to make a save. And Remco has to wrap back around. He's able to find some room. Metzenaris. He's blocked again by Scrubkilla. Remco back to iIgnite. Looking for Remco. Remco shot. Oh, it rolls off the post. Scrubkilla picks up the save. Not the best clear. Metzenaris, iIgnite, and they score off of Metzenaris. They get the first goal. And TSM are alive.
And so much pressure mounting after that Remco shot. And again, you can see K-Dop missing that read, but a great read from Metzenaris. It was a double commit, but TSM knew they had to go all in on that ball. And TSM finally getting on the board first after Vitality scored in the very first seconds in both games 1 and 2.
Again, TSM can't outlast Vitality. They have to keep scoring because Vitality, their passing in the offensive half of the field, really just their passing in general, is so hard to defend. They are going to keep challenging TSM. Metzenaris able to neutralize it in midfield. K-Dop picks it up on the follow-up. Scrub trying to get back to it. iIgnite. Now close. Vitality clear that one away. Remco. Again, well defended by Scrubkilla. K-Dop downfield. He wins the challenge in midfield. And he takes it himself. K-Dop scores and ties it for Vitality.
Absolutely filthy. A monstrous clear from Scrub right into a blistering double tap from K-Dop. Vitality, they cannot be stopped.
It's just the quickest transition. What do you do when K-Dop wins that hard in midfield?
And I mean, all of that whole play starts off when Remco had full boost in his own back corner, and instead of utilizing a teammate to try to start a counterattack, he just went for a huge clear. And that huge clear allowed Scrubkilla to kickstart their own counterattack on the other side of the field. So you just feel like that is missing from TSM's game, is working with those teammates to get those counterattacks started. They're just trying to get rid of the ball.
K-Dop up high. There's a demo from Remco to open it up. Metzenaris picks up another goal, and TSM take the lead right back.
And Metza says, K-Dop, you got a double tap. Well, I can do that too. Remco helping out, and Metza using up every ounce of boost in the tank to get it. But then Remco, that demo as well, big part of that goal, and TSM take the lead right back.
It's exactly what it takes to get through this Vitality defense. You have to remove them from the field. Fairy Peak working his way against Metzenaris, a great block from Remco, but Scrub picks it up from midfield. ignite blocks that one away. Fairy Peak quickly getting back, buys his team some time. Metzenaris back to ignite, shot on. Scrub Killer rolls it out. K-Dog gets the follow-up, getting it back to his own clear. He can. Vitality keep the scoreline within one. What a defensive effort.
On the goal line, Scrub Killer refusing to let that ball go in. He dribbled it out. It looked like it had completely crossed the line, but Scrub not giving up. What an effort.
Fairy Peak off his own back wall. Booms that one away. Remco has a play from midfield. Metzenaris shot just off the post. ignite came in, but K-Dop was there for the touch. Fairy Peak to K-Dop. Up high towards the box, and Remco booms it away. He's got Metzenaris down for the transition, and Scrub Killer able to clear it out to the corner. TSM hanging on to a 1-goal lead with 2 minutes left. ignite off the ceiling. Metzenaris scores! TSM up by 2!
And a hat trick for Metzenaris. He's having a phenomenal game, and ignite off the ceiling. That pass setting him up. You could see that completely fooled the Vitality defense. ignite getting that pass to Metzenaris, but Metza, he has just been doing a great job of finishing those plays off.
2 solid double touches to score off of a Remco demo, and now a setup from ignite. Metzenaris has been the clutch factor for TSM, keeping them alive in this series. This was looking like a done deal, James, after game number 2. No sweat, another sweep for Vitality, but there's still plenty of time left for Vitality. TSM have the insurance that they so desperately needed, and they're keeping Vitality out of the blue half.
Oh, and another one.
Falling down just wide of the post. Metzenaris blocked by K-Dop.
That looked like a chance potentially for TSM to put the game out of reach, but Vitality, they're still in this one. Plenty of time left on the clock to make the play.
Metzenaris downfield off the pass from ignite. Good challenge. Scrub Killer still racing back. Remco misses, and now Vitality head the other way. Fairy Peak on the point off the pass from Scrub. Rolling off the ramp. Metzenaris tries to clear it away, but Scrub is there. ignite working the edge now. Back over. He's there again, and TSM, they steady the course. Metzenaris, he had to sit and watch as Scrub almost picks up another goal. Fairy Peak blocked by Remco. TSM holding the line. Metzenaris blocking another from Scrub Killer. Trying to get back around as Fairy Peak, but ignite squares this up. The defense has been preventing shots on net from Vitality. Scrub from midfield, racing back, looking for the pass. Oh! Runs into Fairy Peak. If he does it, they may have a goal.
That seemed like a brilliant chance for Vitality, and Scrub almost connecting on that, but you're so right, Jorby. That was a team bump there that broke up a scoring opportunity. That could have been such a different story for Vitality.
ignite able to get over Scrub. They've wasted so much time off the clock. The clear downfield will score. Metzenaris puts in his 4th goal of Game 3. TSM answer thusly.
And K-Dop, he was just millimeters away from being able to get to that ball, but Metzenaris with the speed and his 4th goal. TSM, doing what only one other team in one other game has been able to do, and that's take a game off Vitality.
Can it be the catalyst that puts TSM back in the driver's seat of this series, or really for the first time in this series, as we head to game number 4? If there's any way you're going to win game 3, do it like that, in danger of being swept. And they look good in that game specifically, but you felt like they were starting to turn things around in game 2. While shots were still coming from Vitality, they were able to keep them out of the net for the most part. This time, they prevented the shots in the latter half of game 3 from Vitality, and the result is as you see it on the scoreboard, 4-1.
Yeah, absolutely. TSM, a lot of this, it wasn't the TSM that we saw play earlier today. ignite taking more of a playmaking role, helping set up Metzenaars for these 4 goals. But yeah, they just shut down Vitality. You know, I just want to see Remco still get more involved. I think if Remco can bring up his level of play here, TSM has a legitimate shot at getting back into this series, forcing a Game 5.
And I do think he's getting there somewhat. He is at least playing a great supporting role for Metzenaars and iIgnite. That demo giving them
that demo, that was a very good play.
Was a very big
and his shot
very
too. You know, his shot that started off the attack from that insane angle. But you know, I just want to see Remco connecting more, you know, getting some goals, getting some good solid assists. So TSM, they're still in this series. Obviously, reverse sweeps, we do see them happen. We saw it happen to PSG. So keep your eyes on TSM. If they get this game, they've got all the momentum going into Game 5.
And as long as they still keep themselves spread out and able to follow up quickly, their positioning in games 1 and 2, iIgnite and Metzenaars specifically were running into each other several times. You did not see that in game number 3.
I mean, you did see it a little bit with Vitality. If you remember that.
Getting tied up a couple times.
A little bit.
Well, we start things off in game 4. iIgnite with 1 clear, and he is gone. K-Dop taking him out of the play. Scrub Killer. He wins the challenge against Metzenaars.
And both games that Vitality did win, they scored first, and they scored very early.
Remco booms it downfield off the back wall, caught by K-Dop. iIgnite, a good challenge, throwing it towards the box. Metzenaars is there, he's blocked by Fairy Peak. Fairy Peak trying to take control from midfield. Remco there on the challenge. K-Dop close against Remco. Remco to iIgnite. He misses the ball. Trying to get back. Scrub Killer clears it out. Metzenaars getting back to iIgnite. It might have been dangerous for TSM.
Yeah.
But they get away with one.
You know, I love the patience that Remco had waiting for that touch before he made his pass. But you're right. iIgnite just slightly out of position. Could have been a threatening opportunity.
K-Dop slows it down in midfield, works his way to the corner. Remco trying to take point. Fairy Peak, another demo on his way back on the rotation. K-Dop trying to fight off iIgnite for the ball. And Metzenaars coming off the ceiling, has a shot. Fairy Peak able to save it for now, but flying in is Remco. Fairy Peak squares up again. Rolling back is iIgnite. Fairy Peak wins another challenge. It's finally back over to midfield for iIgnite. Metzenaars winning one from the third, straight down, blocked again by K-Dop. Remco's shot blocked as well. A lot of pressure from TSM. Scrub Killer takes this out. He has to get over iIgnite, and he makes the touch off the backboard. Metzenaars follows it up with a touch to K-Dop, and blocked by iIgnite, making up for it. Acrobatic stunts for TSM. They come away clean.
The hustle from iIgnite to get back. Vitality. That was a good chance for them. TSM also having some wonderful opportunities early on. This is a close game 4.
Remco, the touch got away from him. Scrub Killer picks this up from the corner, and he got that corner boost as well. K-Dop off the ceiling, looking for Fairy Peak, and Metzenaars has the clear. TSM stay the wave again. iIgnite. Challenge from the third. He's got Metzenaars available. K-Dop on the challenge, forces Remco up. TSM have done well. Halfway through, Vitality, only 1 registered shot on net. A great challenge by Metzenaars. TSM have woken up. Remco to the opposite side, to Metzenaars. Remco, the demo on his way out. iIgnite, the challenge against K-Dop. Really forcing Renault Vitality to make every decision, trying to find a gap, making them think about every touch, and they've been there to respond. The attacking third shut down. Metzenaars back to iIgnite, but he went for the corner boost, still almost got back to the ball, and it just zips by Remco back to TSM's corner.
Yeah, now we'll see how Remco handles that pressure, having to get back. Vitality now on the attack. But TSM doing such a good job with their challenges now, getting big wins that allow them to get pressure on the Vitality net. Both Metza and iIgnite doing a really good job of it.
Boom up by Fairy Peak. Scrub looking for Fairy Peak. Vitality. Small pass out to midfield. trying to flip that up over iGnite. Remco. Oh, Remco opting for Metzenaris on the play. Scrub Killer off the back wall. Does he have to touch? Scrub Killer scores! Vitality take the lead.
And this was just a difficult situation. You see Remco actually having to go in reverse and half flip before repositioning. It was just too awkward of a play for him. And Scrub Killer, he is not going to miss those opportunities, and he gets Vitality the lead with just about a minute left to play. Not much time left on the clock for TSM.
And they were stable for so long, able to keep Vitality out of the blue end, but as soon as they find any sort of real estate, they score, and now TSM, they do not have a lot of time left. Remco, able to win against Scrub Killer. K-Dop follows it up. K-Dop against the corner. Vitality with control in midfield. Fairy Peak playing it down. He beats Remco to the ball. Scrub Killer forces the issue and beats Metzenaris, making iGnite having to flip back, make a play. He does. Back to the corner. Scrub Killer, the zone against iGnite. He got the boost, collected that. Fairy Peak gets the bump. Racing K-Dop, realizing iGnite had the play. He slowed down, was able to at least fight to the corner. He doesn't win, but Scrub Killer, it buys him time in midfield to do this. Off the back wall. Fairy Peak shoots, and it's blocked by iGnite. Off to the corner, Remco. They have 20 seconds to score. iGnite the demo to open up midfield. Metzenaris high off the backboard. He scores with 14 seconds left. TSM tie in the game.
Metzenaris, look at that. A little freestyle into a double tap. No problem. And TSM, they're in a position to force overtime.
Double tap dance, and Metzenaris does it again for the third time off the backboard. TSM will not go quietly. iGnite. Force challenge off to the corner. Metzenaris, he's got Remco behind him. Remco wins off the backboard.
Drop down.
iGnite waiting. He knew K-Dop had it, and it's a bouncer out. Metzenaris keeps it up in the air. Off the ceiling. iGnite shot is blocked by Fairy Peak. Game 4 overtime, James.
Couldn't have asked for more for the final match of the day. TSM giving us a show against Vitality.
iGnite. Knocked away by K-Dop. Up quickly is Remco. And K-Dop finds the win. Remco downfield. He had it off the backboard. Running back around for a shot. Scrub Killer stays with it. iGnite able to grab the midfield boost, and he has the ball. Fairy Peak has the clear out to the side. Metzenaris is there. TSM trying to clamp down on the orange half of the field. Remco following the touch through. Can't find the dunk. Scrub Killer has the clear. Fairy Peak with the follow-up. Hard against the sidewall. K-Dop gets a much-needed clear for Vitality.
And then they have Vitality on the back foot right now. TSM still getting on the attack right now. And a chance for Remco to self-pass, but K-Dop being on the backboard, good job of shutting that down, but now it's going to find it potentially.
Ooh. He saved it off to the corner. Fairy Peak hopping up again. He has 5 saves in game number 4. Will not let TSM score. Off to the corner. Metzenaris, iGnite, blocked by Scrub Killer. Trying to force the issue is Remco. Back out towards the middle. Scrub to K-Dop, and it's loose back over to TSM's back wall. So many chances for TSM, but Vitality will not crack.
And good speed from Remco there to get up and challenge Fairy on that ball. And now TSM right back on the attack, trying not to give Vitality any time to breathe.
And another boomer. Metzenaris hits this one up high. iGnite's up for this quickly. Metzenaris has Remco on the wing. The pass, and blocked by K-Dop. iGnite flipping back quickly. He was the last man back.
Oh, the demo!
And the ball by Metzenaris. He saves the day for TSM. Remco picks this one up. He wins the challenge against Fairy Peak. What a response from Metz.
Metza leaving everything on the field right there. That demo left the net wide open, but Metza got the bump on Scrub to prevent that shot.
TSM in game number 4, they're in E-League form right now. Scrub Killer. Teeing that out to the corner.
Oh,
big miss from Remco. iGnite able to flip back quickly to make a save. Fairy Peak looking for K-Dop, challenged against Metzenaris. Remco fighting off Fairy Peak right on his tail. Able to get back to the ball. Scrub Killer, Fairy Peak tying up, but they do get back to the corner. Fairy Peak blocked by iGnite. Coming back in is K-Dop around the corner. And Metzenaris able to pick up the clear. We played half a game of Rocket League in this overtime. Neither team have given. It is a tug of war infinitely in this overtime. Who will fall first?
Yeah, and we've seen a few moments where Remco and Metza getting confused around their positioning on the back line, and that has, you know, come back to haunt them a little bit. See if they can clean that up. But right now, TSM hanging in there, and Metza just having such a phenomenal series.
Up high, Scrub Killer able to boom it back down the field. Metzenaris trying to work his way past. He can't do it. Fairy Peak quickly there as well. Scrub Killer on his way out picks up that boost. K-Dop from his own third gets the touch out, but responded. Scrub around the corner. Metzenaris has that first touch. I ignite back to midfield. We're grabbing a lot of boosts on the play. Everyone's sitting at 30 or lower right now, but Metzenaris able to pick up his own corner boost on the way out. So TSM bought themselves space and time, but an open and K-Dop to Scrub. Score! Vitality! Exquisite! They win the game in game 4. They move to a still undefeated record. What a series.
And that passing play to cap it all off. That was gorgeous. Wow, what an unbelievable ending. Vitality